So, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a while, but I gotta go over some dyno review videos with you guys. So, this is Mr. Ben Hickey's 99 Silverado, and this is basically a race car only truck. I don't want you guys to have any illusions of that. It's stripped out. He made it as light as possible. It's still a very nice truck. He set it up great. It's running on a Terminator X, and it has like full-on dome control. He has CO2 and everything, and it's a 4.8, and it has, man, we're gonna have to look up what turbo and everything. It's been a while. When did I do this? Man, I tuned this 131.21, so that's 7 months ago. Wow. This is like, it's a 4.8, I think, with a VS billet 80, I believe TH400 with a trans brake, and it's on ethanol. I believe it has Snake Eaters or ID 1050s. Either way, that's all not that important. It's on flex fuel, and we gave it a bunch of hits. So here we go. First roll in was 511 wheel. Do we get a torque reading here? No. Never mind, kids. So what do we get? First roll in. So I believe this is wastegate. 10 pounds. 10, 10, 10, 10. 10 pounds, 20 degrees. Maybe even a slight bit soft. Some cars aren't really interested in, anymore. I get a car that wants 20 or 18 everywhere, and then on like 30 pounds it wants like 15. It's like barely, it wants to hold the number forever. Closed loop 35%, yo, 54%. Duty cycle, yeah, anyway. So, that was quite a bit. 60 pounds of fuel pressure. Fuel pressure looks good. 10 pounds. 10 pounds. Mint. So, once that was ironed out, I threw a bunch of fuel at it. Can I just drop another one? Nah, we'll do this. We'll do this. Sorry. I'd blame it on me being rusty, but we all know that that is not the truth. Okay, so this is with 5 pounds of dome to make sure the dome is working. And we're getting a tiny bit of overshoot, and then it dips and corrects. So closed loop only 12% here, -8 here. So really narrowed it down from the 30s. 14 pounds, 70% duty, 11.9 air fuel. Target is a 12.0. That's conservative. These are all conservative numbers, to be honest. 14 pounds, 19 degrees. Just a good place to be to see how it was doing. We were definitely pulling plugs in between. So the second hit, so the first exploratory pass was a 511. And number 2 was already 625 on 14 pounds. Oh boy. And then where do we get next? Will this let me in to the right folder? Nope, that's John's. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little blip bloop. Doobie doop. And this was 20 pounds, whatever we had in the dome. Still a tiny bit of overshoot, a little bit of undershoot, and a little bit back up, but it spiked 20, so I wrote 20 as the log file, but it made 720 on 20 pounds, 87% duty cycle, 11.5 air fuel, still a little conservative, adding 12% of fuel. We put 11 pounds of dome in it, apparently. 11, 13, 11, 12. We must have targeted 10 pounds of dome. And then it was a little wavy. It needs PID work, which I think we ironed out by the end of the day. And if not, it was one of those things where I told him it's going to have to happen at the track. So number 3. Well, let's go to number 3 then. Yeah, 720. Look at them gains every time. It's almost every 4 or 5 pounds on this chart. Pretty cool to see. Very cool to see, to be honest. Where are we now? So, this is the 738 hit. This was still 20 pounds, but you can see I really worked on the boost control. Very close. Yeah, it looks like a big wave, but if you look at this, it overshot, by 20. And then, yeah, it hit 13 in the dome. Yeah, look at how nice. That's pretty smooth. 20, 19, 19, almost 19.7. Very good. I knocked it back to like a 12.0 air fuel. It picked up another almost 20 rear wheel just from a tiny bit more aggressive air fuel. Some of the cars, some of them really like a 12.2 into the low 20 pound range. It's all about the vehicle and what it likes. You know, it's a lot of things. It's not just always cut and dry. So, moving on. Let's hit another one. So did I show you guys number 4 yet? So number 4 is just cleaned up. You can see the boost curve is cleaned up. It's a much flatter horsepower than prior. So these are pretty much the same amount of boost, just cleaned up. Cleaned up air fuel, cleaned up PID curve on the dome controller, blah, blah, blah. We'll go over that in a second, more than likely. Sorry, I'm jumping all over. So here was 22 pounds. This has got to go over here. Sorry again for the motion sickness. Here we go. So 22, 21, man, very close. Look at this. So it spikes. A lot of things you want to maybe program a little bit of overshoot in to get them on target fast. And since this is a 4.8 car, so yeah, like I said, 22 and 15 degrees. And then, man, it holds 22 almost like a rock. It's awesome. 11.9 air fuel, shooting for a 12.0, 87% duty cycle. Up here, swung it out to 7,000. And it made 767. So another 2 pounds, you know, it's starting to get negligible here, but it's still doing it. It's still getting her done. So we keep going, right? We're starting to bunch up on fuel. What do we got here? Ooh, very flat looking boost curve. Look at this, 24 pounds. Look at that 93% injector at peak torque probably. 95, 96. It's in the low 90s the whole time. 24 pounds. 12.1 air fuel, shooting for a 12.0. Correction. So I overshoot on fuel usually by this point. See, it's yanking almost 5 to 10 each this whole hit. It's better to have too much than it is not enough, especially when you're getting close on the injector, kids. So 790, that's this guy right here. 790. Womp womp. And I was like, well, bud, we can't send you home without cracking that 8 hundo. So the next hit we made 808 quick, even though we were very close to the end of the injector. So 26, 26. It's funny how this curve looks terrible, but this is a high resolution hit here. So it looks, I mean, 26.7, 26.2, 26, 27, 28 up top. It is like mint. And you can see here duty cycle and fuel pump just run away. Closed loop is throwing the world at it, 150% duty cycle. So I can't remember if it was fuel flow or injector, like pumps or injector, honestly, can't remember. But I was like, one nick on the dyno, no problem. 13.0 air fuel, 28 pounds. Heck yes, 1150, 11.5 degrees. So that's what did her in. So we made that 808. And then I do believe he went on to run like a extremely low 9, like a 920 or a 918. Incredible. Obviously, there's a lot of chassis work. It has a brake. He built a fantastic car. The rest of it works without question. So it's cool to see that 808 with a stripped out truck still almost hangs a high 8. And I'm sure he'll only do better as it goes. But this converter is working mint. This is a Jegs XHD if I'm not mistaken, and this is 7,000 almost every hit, and it's just hanging mile an hour out there every time. So there's not much mile an hour loss with every one of these horsepower gains. So it is always so cool to see like a turbo car can just throw down an extra 3, 4, 5, 6, 700 horsepower. It never gets old seeing it. Can we see torque? Any one of these? Oh man, it's a mess. Why? No, this one blips out on us. This one cuts out. This one cuts. Nah, my torque signal was dirty that day. We'll just forget about showing you guys torque. No thanks. But hey, anyway, trying to get the swing back into these dyno videos. The radio shows have been taking up some time. Not a problem with that, but this stuff has got to get out too. I know everybody loves seeing it all. So, thanks for coming. Have a nice day, Kate. Thanks, bye.